welcome. I am your host, the God HG. Welcome to Ears to the Streets, where fact and entertainment meet. And viewers, I have a lovely surprise today. The beautiful, talented Naimah has come from Chicago to Atlanta to be on Ears to the Streets, and I'm so excited. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me and inviting me here.
Oh, no problem. We've been going back and forth via Instagram for a little while now, and to have her out here is just an amazing thing. I watch you on Instagram. You're definitely inspiring. You're inspiring. You're welcome. You're definitely inspiring. So one thing I've noticed with your Instagram page is that you're really into dishes and food and things of that sort. Okay, so tell me about that. Tell me like where it came from. What's your interest in it, and just break it down for the people.
Absolutely. So I like to say, "Mommy be chefing." Like that's kind of like my hashtag moniker. So I do currently have a cooking show on Foodie TV. Shouts to Foodie TV, an urban up and coming platform for Black, Latino, all of urban aspects who like the cooking space. So, that's what we do. It's called Taste My City. I go around from place to place, from city to city, and I cook the local popular dishes. So it's not always like the big expensive dishes. It's the dishes that you come to Chicago and you like, "Hey, Joe, I got to get Italian beef because I'm in the shop." You know what I'm saying? It's when you go to Houston and you got to get some barbecue because you in Houston. I mean, so those are the kind of dishes that I love to create. It kind of started because literally mommy be chefing and working and cooking and doing everything. And my kids love to eat, if you know, Lord. Anyway, my kids love to eat. So, and they don't eat junk food. They're not used to noodles. They don't eat that. They're used to full course meals. So I say, you know what? I'm cooking all day. I'm cooking healthy, nutritious meals. Why don't I just kind of bring it to the people?
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got started.
Hey, that's what's up. And then y'all notice the title, Taste of Chicago. So if you don't know, if you've never been to Chicago, Taste of Chicago is what would it be called? A festival? A festival that happens for about a week during the
pre about it Chicago days, it was a week, but now it's like 2 days.
They shortened it down
because it gets crazy in Chicago, and it's gotten crazy a lot of the taste. So yeah, it's like a 2 or 3 day thing now.
Man, I ain't gonna even blame it on people. Certain type of people. Certain type of people. But anyway, the Taste Chicago, it used to be for a week, but now it's 2 days. But anyway, basically it's just this festival where you go down there, they got music. But what's one of the great things about it is the food, the different varieties of food they have. I mean, you literally just walk into all different type of food vendors. They got the jerk, they got the Belizean, they got the Jamaican, they got the Mexican. Any type of food you want, you can find it at the Taste of Chicago. So that's why we named this. But also being from Chicago, it's only right. It's only right.
What it is.
You know what I'm saying?
From the shot, Joe.
Yes, sir. And now, okay, here we go now. So, saying Joe is a Chicago thing, but it's very specific to the West Side of Chicago. Would you agree?
I would agree with that.
Okay.
People from the West Side say Joe way more than people from out South.
Right. I'm trying to think of I've been out to Chicago for 3 years, so some of my terminology has switched a little bit. So I'm trying to think, what do Southside people say? Can you remember?
Well,
not really.
West, I don't.
Nah.
I don't really know.
We gonna have that conversation too. But that's very interesting. Taste My City. It's definitely a wonderful concept. The dishes look amazing. They look amazing. So we might have to do we gonna start off with the Taste of Chicago. But I don't know. We might have to tap into a little cooking stuff because I get busy too.
I think we can do that.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely get busy on the cooking, and we might do that. So yeah. So tell me about coming up in Chicago. Tell me, just briefly. Nothing crazy. Just
nothing crazy.
Right. Hey, come from Chicago. So I know you got a lot of crazy stories. Matter of fact, I just started a segment called Tales from the Hood.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just only did one, and I told a story about something that happened in my childhood. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you can come on for that.
I actually got a good one. I already know something off the top of my head.
You got something on top of your head?
Off the top of my head.
Man, no, okay, let's hold that. Hold down. We gonna like restart the live and then do a whole nother segment. Then we'll do Tales from the Tales from the Hood. But yeah, just tell me about growing up on the west side of Chicago.
I mean, it was life, growing up in Chicago. You don't know that you're growing up in Chicago, and I mean that to say all of the large tales about life in Chicago is literally just your everyday life. Right. So you don't really understand like the depth of what you're going through until you come out of it. Right. So as a little Black girl in Chicago, I tell people all the time, I didn't know racism. Because if you've been in Chicago is so segregated. It's the most segregated city in the world. So it's not that I didn't know racism, it's that I stayed within my little community. So when I got to corporate America and it was kind of like Black girl, this, white people that, I was just confused because I was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Growing up on the west side of Chicago, Black culture, Black pride, it was instilled in me. Whether we had a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money, we celebrated Black History Month. Right. I knew, hey, Black child, do you know who you are, who you really are? I mean, there were certain, literary things about Black people. Oprah was from Chicago. So you got to understand, growing up in the early 90s, it was things on TV like The Cosby Show, A Different World. So my view of growing up in Chicago is probably not the narrative you would hear right now. I did not have a lot of money. No, I didn't have my dad around. It was the typical story, but I was filled with so much love from like my schools, after school programs. I had a good life. I had a not wealthy life at all, but right. I was good. I had friends. I played outside. Like the block was my place. You could not get me in the house. Life in Chicago was double dutch. Like we jumped rope for hours. I don't see how I wasn't 20 pounds growing up because I literally was outside from 7 in the morning till my mama had to drag me in the house at night.
Exactly. And you bring up some good points about jumping double dutch, being outside, running around, dribbling the basketball, and like we always as a boy, you know what I'm saying, as a male, y'all be doing the double dutch. And then, we'll be playing basketball, then we'll come mess with y'all.
Yeah, throw the ball in the road.
Right, throw the ball like, what I'm saying. Then try to do a little double dutch, smack our leg and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely miss those days. It's just good childhood memories that shaped us into the well-rounded human beings that we are today.
And we didn't need a lot of money.
Yeah, we
didn't have money.
Nah, there wasn't no money like that. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we did have is a community. Yeah. We had an imagination, and we were just kids. Tag. Yeah. What else? You got any more little crazy games?
We used to play four corners, but you throw the basketball into like the boxes and the
yeah.
We used to play Dirty Face Pie Devil.
Never heard of that.
So it's like you be sitting on the porch and you all make up like flavor names, and then the devil comes to the store and the pie shop maker tell him what he got. And if he say, I want a blueberry pie, and I'm blueberry, I gotta get up, run from the porch, tag the pole, and come back to the porch before he pay for it and try to get me. Y'all that was like our thing. Like
that must have been some Westside stuff right there.
They felt our West gang. Like, that was us.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. Now I'm trying to come up with a crazy game to see if I got something that you ain't never played before.
Freeze, of course. Freeze tag. Ding dong bitch. We definitely
red light, green light. Red light, green light.
Oh, I used to kill.
Yeah. So man, that was growing up.
I learned how to do the Mary J. Blige thing.
There you go. So my childhood was pretty much the same. Basketball, riding bikes, outside, all that type of stuff. Wasn't really cognizant of the area you was growing in so far as bad things. You know what I'm saying? You would see stuff here and there, and you know what I'm saying, everybody got their memories. But
it's a part of life, though.
Yeah. It was like you said, with the segregation, you didn't notice none of that stuff.
Right, you didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? And then like with me, just so far as growing up to be a well-rounded individual when it comes to dealing with different races and stuff. Like I went to St. Sabina. Have you ever heard of St. Sabina?
Yeah, of course. Right. You cannot be from Chicago and not know Father Flager.
There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So like me being in that school, it was diverse, but I wasn't looking at it in that light. But being older now, looking back on it, I really gotta give congratulations to my mother for being my mother, and she's older. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we gonna shape you up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we had Indian nuns and then the white pastor with the black teachers. You know what I'm saying? So, childhood was definitely, man.
And Saint Savannah has always been a voice for the streets.
Yes.
Father Flagger, whenever something as big is happening, some people need social justice. Saint Savannah was on the forefront, especially in the 90s.
Yeah, especially. Like, I remember he was like real monumental in getting them to take down the cigarette signs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The cigarette billboards.
Oh yeah.
Like he was like campaigning for that, and then he was the one of the ones who with the liquor stores, with making sure that they check ID and stuff, and you get fined and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's up. So we got to get into it, man. Let's go on and get into it. Okay, we about to solve this right now. We about to mend it right now. She's from the West Side, as y'all know. I'm from the South Side of Chicago. Now, why don't West Side girls like South Side guys? What's going on? What is it?
It's not that we don't like South Side guys. We don't like South Side people. No.
Oh, man. They go like, man, right? You like, y'all got,
No, the West Side and South Side, it's like two completely different cities. I'll be like this. I didn't really go to the South Side until I came back from Atlanta and I was finishing up college at Chicago State.
Okay.
You got everything you need on your side. It's just no reason to really go to the other side.
Right.
But I will say this, and West Side guys, I love y'all. Y'all my peoples, don't get mad at me. South Side guys in general got a bit more swag.
Okay.
As far as like West Side guys get money. You know what I'm saying? They're throwing a white tee and some jeans 6 days in a row, and they good. But South Side guys, and I think it's traditionally back to kind of how the West Side and South Side were cultured. South Side has more single family homes, which means that people from the South Side in the 80s and 70s, those were the people who had factory jobs. Those are the people who could afford mortgages.
Okay.
And on the West Side, we were dealing with a bit more drugs and kind of the struggle of things. And I'm not talking about 90s and 2000s. I'm talking about 60s, 70s, and 80s when the foundations of these areas were kind of crafted. Okay. So, if you ride to the West Side, it's a lot of multi-family units.
Right.
You ride to the South Side, it's a lot of single-family homes.
Right, that's true.
If you think about the mentality of the way neighborhoods are created, there's a meaning behind that. So I'm just saying that I think there is more, growing up on the South Side, there's more emphasis on dressing a certain way, on having certain fashions, if you went to certain schools. On the West Side, it's more emphasis on getting money. You know what I'm saying? Being, so that's just why I think I love West Side guys.
I agree with everything you said, and I got to give it up to the West Side people. Y'all about that money.
We get money.
Y'all about that money, boy. I'm telling you. Not many times I be on Roosevelt and something, and they posted, baby.
Hey, listen.
They posted, baby.
And even not just that, even like with working and jobs. Definitely talking about like street culture and things.
Well, I was talking about street shit. Them niggas be posted. You know what I'm saying? But much credit to the family. Well, not the family, but the working class. You know what I'm saying? Get up, grind. You know what I'm saying? So the mentality of the West Side has always been, from my view, from what I've witnessed, some go-getters, some hustlers and stuff. So that's what's up. I love the West Side. I wish, like, when I was in Chicago, I would have hung out on the West Side more. You know what I'm saying? I did. I got it in over there a little bit, but I think I could have got it in over there a lot more. A little bit more on the West Side. A little bit more. But like she said, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you on your side of town, you on your side of town. Sometimes the you go over there, they come over here, but pretty much you be like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? And
I always gotta look a little deeper into things. I think the division was purposeful.
Yeah.
You can't have too many black people united. You can't have too many black people getting money, circulating ideas. So I think the division, was a little bit above us as well.
Oh, most definitely. With the with the projects that used to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just, you know what I'm saying? And then let me speak on that. That's when, in my opinion, the violence kind of elevated around the time when they tore down the project buildings. And I'm not making it seem like, oh, if you was in the projects, y'all came into the neighborhoods and start messing stuff up. It's not that. It's just that I think it just mixed everybody kind of in with everybody. So now it's like, like on the South Side, and I don't know if it's like this on the West Side, so far as when it comes to gang culture, you'll have like these subsections of a particular gang. But then when the projects came down, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like everything just got mixed now. Everything is mixed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I really kind of attribute that happening to the violence and how it increased, over the years. Now it's just haywire.
It's just everything. It's just like everywhere.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Again, I think let's look a little bit deeper into
Go ahead, please.
But I think it is the history of Chicago. Chicago was started by Irish potato farmers who left the famine and came over here. Okay. And what did they do over here? They hustled. Okay. It transitioned from the Irish to the Italians with the mobsters, Al Capone. Dominic Cicero, he has an entire city still named after him right outside the city of Chicago. So when you talk about violence, it doesn't start in 1991. Right, the violence in the history of Chicago, it is the way Chicago was made. What are Chicago politics called? It's called the machine. If you live in Chicago, you know about the Daily Machine, the Democratic Machine, and things of that nature. Chicago was built on violence, on taking from the small and giving to the rich. And I think that there's a trickle down effect. We're talking about gangs. We're talking about the small people right here. But when you go up the pyramid, we're talking about, Democrats, Republicans. We're talking about even bigger as far as societies and, even things deeper of that nature. So I just I stand up for my city, especially when they talk about violence, because that's not where it started. We need to attribute the violence to the real criminals. We're a byproduct of the real criminals.
Oh, yeah. To take it even deeper, we have in my opinion, gotten the latter end of everything. And like, it's all kind of like you said, like we're at the end of it. And now we're doing all these bad things, but we didn't start none of this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely recognize that, it's systematic. It's definitely systematic with what you said, with it being a trickle down effect, going back to Al Capone, then going back to the politicians, and then just even what you said with the geographics, with the segregation and how that's planned. You know what I'm saying? So now when y'all was developing Chicago, you're strategically placing people in certain places and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Right. And again, you don't even realize all this stuff while you're living in it. Because if you would have asked me at 15, 16, 9, 10 in Chicago, a bad place, it's the fucking greatest place in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my city.
I love my city, and I felt like that for a long time until about 3-4 years ago.
Until time was time.
Yeah.